Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
What was so great about Herod the Great? Well, his insanity, his ego, his building projects, but most of all, his fear was great. His fear drove almost everything he did. He built 3 practically impenetrable fortresses for protection: the Herodium, Masada, and the Alexandrian. His gorgeous building project of the temple, still an ongoing project at the time of Jesus, included what we know today as the Western Wall, which was actually just a retaining wall to shore up the western side of the mount so he could build the temple and gain favor from the Jews, whom he feared. He had an absolute ingenious water system built into Jerusalem that helped them hold out for so long when the Romans attacked in 70 AD. However, Herod's fear and paranoia also caused his insecurity. The saying, "It's safer to be Herod's pig than to be his son," originated because though he didn't eat pork, anytime he thought one of his sons was plotting to take his throne, he would have him killed. This extended to his wife as well. Herod's cruelty was so great that as he lay dying, realizing no one would mourn his death, he ordered a group of Jewish leaders to be put to death when he died. Though this was not carried out, it just goes to show his paranoia and fear in his life. With such a volatile, fearful king, is it any wonder that when the wise men showed up in Jerusalem asking around about an infant king of the Jews, the Bible records, "When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him." Just the question that they asked posed a threat to Herod's position. After all, at that point, he was king of the Jews. Jesus came to earth in the most non-threatening way possible. Even a baby, a helpless infant in a tiny, insignificant town, threatened Herod so much that he had every child 2 and under in Bethlehem murdered. As with Herod, fear can morph into jealousy, anger, and paranoia, not to mention other sins, when we focus on it. If we let fear control our thoughts, it will eventually control our actions as well. We might not go so far as murdering babies like Herod did, or hunting down a perceived enemy like King Saul did in the Old Testament, but dwelling on fear can lead us down a road we would not want to travel otherwise. Has fear ever led you to depression? If you fear your problems have no solution, then focusing on them can easily lead you to a dark place. How about lying? If we fear what others think, we might end up lying to make ourselves look better in their eyes. What about greed? A fear of not having what we need may lead to materialism and a dependence on things for security instead of on God. What about overeating? Has dwelling on fear ever sent you to your kitchen for a huge helping of your favorite comfort food? So many sins can be rooted in fear. Abortion, the use of drugs, adultery, gossip, discrimination, or any way of disobeying God. So how can we avoid these fears that take us down the wrong road? We have to trust God for who He is. If I trust that God works all things for good and He is in control, I won't dwell on my fears that could lead to depression or to that tub of ice cream in the freezer. If I believe that only what God thinks of me matters, I have no need to think up lies that would make me look better to others or to gossip about other people. If I trust God with my time and money, my fear of not measuring up or needing things will be replaced with a dependence on God for my security. When that temptation to fear surfaces in my mind, I can take it straight to the Lord in prayer instead of dwelling on it and following its path. What do you fear this Christmas? Will you give it to God right now?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to share a treasure God has given you by doing an episode, please contact us. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you'll find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.